Hey guys, Jacob here. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about the final mission, which is the Faye Lau Manhunt target. First, if you guys do not want to be spoiled, I'd highly recommend clicking away from this video so you guys can play the mission for yourself and experience it yourself and not be spoiled. Alright, now that you guys have done that, first, if you guys are new, welcome to the channel. I upload Day Division 2 content, also like build videos, VIN resets, and overall news on the game. In today's video, like I said, I'm going to be covering my thoughts on the final target, Faye Lau, which, if you guys are not aware, Faye Lau has been a pretty big, important character throughout Division 1 and Division 2. In Division 1, she pulled you from the Vertibird crash site and pretty much took you to the JTF base, and then went to the post office, from her, which is the base of ops, and that's where she sets up and literally helps you throughout the entire game over the comms, due to the fact she's injured and can't really do much. But she played a pretty big role in Division 2 and played a pretty big or semi-role in Division or Division 1. She played a big role. Division 2, she played a semi-role. She wasn't in it as much until Warlords, of course, but in Warlords she kind of helped out a little bit. And if you guys seen the Easter egg in Division 2 when it first came out, they kind of hinted that we'd see Faye Lau again, and it showed her fighting cleaners and just mopping up the streets in a quick little cutscene when you reactivated the Shade Network. Now, to talk about this character a little bit more, about the Manhunt, as you guys know, when you go into the Manhunt, you find out she kills President Ellis, which I think he got what he deserved, because everyone kind of saw that coming. And a lot of people knew we were going to be hunting down Faye Lau due to the Season 2, 3, and 4 leaks back in the day. But when you get to Season 4 and finally get to the Manhunt target and finally get to her, I kind of feel like this was very underwhelming. Yes, it was cool that she murked, Ellis, but other than that, when you finally eliminate her, there's no cutscene, there's no audio besides you find the apology letters on her, I guess, her watch you collected, or audio logs she had on her to Rhodes and Roy Benitez are both the apologies, and that's really, it. And there's no thing after that. There's, oh, she's dead, let's get out of here. Pretty much Agent Kelso says, let's go back to the base of ops, and that's where you regroup. But when you go back to the base of ops, she doesn't say anything to you. It's just blank. And as you guys saw here, which was a post made by the Division 2 team, that I'm not going to read all of it, but it says, some of you knows that Title Update 12 was originally meant to be the last major title update for Division 2, but thanks to your continued support, we are now in early stage of development for fresh content released in 2021. So we're going to be getting more content on this game, and if you guys saw the Season 4 Manhunt target mission, you will see that the agent actually punches Faye Lau and doesn't kill her because she has her hands up and just hits her in the face. So I'm not sure originally if she was supposed to escape and that's how it was supposed to be, or if we were originally supposed to kill her. I have no idea. But by the sounds of it from the leaks back in the day, she was supposed to get away, and that was going to be it, but who really knows? The fact, obviously, this says that Title Update 12 was originally supposed to be the last major title update, that is. So, what does this mean? We were supposed to finally kill her, there'd be a cutscene, and it was just cut from the game due to the fact that they were going to release more content for this game? Or, was this their whole plan all along, where there wasn't supposed to be a cutscene and we were just going to get more content anyways? I have no idea personally how they're doing this. I'm kind of figured TU12 would have wrapped up this season, and then maybe we would have got a new PvP update after. But to me, it feels like if this is the end of this character, they did her really dirty. They threw her name around all the time like she was a big shot, and then when you finally get to her and kill her, it's over, and you're done with it, and you go back, and she's been treated just like every other basic Manhunt target, like Cersei, Magnus, Viper, and Kestrel. But for someone as popular as Faye Lau, I feel like she should got more of a treatment, kind of like Aaron Keener did. Aaron Keener was, the big baddie of Warlords, and you've seen how Faye Lau, at the end, became Rogue, and that's, you would think, oh, they would have treated her the same way and gave her a send-off or not killed her or something and just left her for dead to bleed out. Now, some people are going to be saying, she dead, she ain't going to come back. But I clearly remember shooting this dude in the face and he somehow came back, which is Hornet, which if you guys did not play this season, then Hornet is one of the original characters from Division 1 who you actually fought in the Russian consulate at the very end. And I know a lot of my friends will remember all four of us shooting this dude with mag dump after mag dump, and somehow he lived through it and they brought him back. So if they could bring him back, then I could see them bringing back Faye Lau possibly for a future expansion or maybe DLC, or even a raid in the future that will finally eliminate her, because Isaac doesn't say agent deceased or anything, and maybe we just shot her and it didn't kill her and she survived, or something like that. Or, if they do kill her, that's it and that's it. I will pull up this post as well from Tricked MC. It says, I'm super excited for what we're doing. It's been so hard to keep quiet about our plans, and I can hardly wait to tell you everyone in full. It's going to be a good year. So I guess that's another sign we're going to be getting some more content, I guess people have been wanting, if we're going to be getting stuff like survival or resistance or maybe even new dark zones. Another thing too about the targets, everyone's asked me who's going to be the main target now, since if this is the end of Faye Lau and she's done, she dead, that's it. There's no more Keener, there's no more Hornet, there's no more Schaefer, there's no more Faye Lau, obviously, and there's no more Jupiter and all these other targets. The only major target that's still out there to my existence, for one, is going to be Kestrel, and not Kestrel himself, but Kestrel's sister. If you guys read the lore in this game and dig behind it, Natalia Sokolova was left behind in Russia to run the family business, and when her father moved to the U.S., her brother ended up recruited by the Black Tusk, and you guys can read the lore there if you want. But overall, Natalia Sokolova is still out there, so she's pretty much the main person who manufactures all of the Black Tusk stuff, and then eventually her brother, is an agent, and then his sister pretty much brought him into the Black Tusk and saved his life, and that's how it goes. But she's still out there, and you only hear from her once in the entire game, which is when you guys kill the Hunter in the Schaefer mission. She talks for a brief 10 seconds, and that's it. You don't really hear from her ever again. So there still is a pretty big target out there who is sending in all this stuff and manufacturing all this gear. She's mostly responsible, that most people know, for the BTSU gloves. Those are her inventions. She made those, so that's kind of why. They also talk about, I think, when Magnus is talking to I think Kestrel, he wants to make some kind of invention that can keep mud off his boots, or something that are like knee pads when you slide or something. But it's pretty much hinted that she is known to have lots of resources and be able to get shit done. Another topic I want to talk about is going to be the Division itself, and that's going to be not just the game itself, I mean as in the Division in general. There's been multiple hints saying that Isaac is corrupt, how Schaefer told Faye Lau that Isaac is corrupt and his software was not updated. You could hear, Kajika, if he left, he was rogue. If he stays, he dies. So it's like kind of hinting to me that Isaac is a corrupt AI and he doesn't work properly. So maybe in year 3 we'll get a little bit more in depth on that. And another target to think about too is the hunters are still out there. There are still hunters hunting down agents and killing them, and there's a really big mystery behind who are the hunters. We have no idea. Are they with Natalia Sokolova, or are they a completely different branch of group of enemies that are out there everywhere? Are they Russian special forces soldiers like some people speculate, or are they just Division Wave 3 agents that are taking out the Wave 2 agents and the rogue agents? So who really knows at this point, because I personally have no idea. But overall, that's pretty much, I guess, my opinion on how they treated Faye Lau and what I think they might do in the future. To kind of sum it up, for one, they could have just thrown this character away and be done with her permanently and give us a whole new threat for year 3. Or they could pull the Hornet move and say we didn't kill her and bring her back in a cutscene and, show that she's not dead. Another thing, too, people are asking me when I'm going to expect new content for Division 2. I think we'll expect more content probably around E3, so that's when they'll maybe show some of the stuff off, and maybe they'll give us a sneak peek on the state of the game a little bit before to show what's going on, or maybe tell us exactly what we're going to be getting, because I know some people are going to need to be filled with information, or they're going to quit playing this game, because I know April, I think Outriders comes out, and I think that'll be a pretty big competition between the Division and that game. But at the same time, we'll have to wait and see exactly how they're going to handle the new DLC. And obviously, if it's a big DLC and there's new PvP and game modes, a lot more players will come back. But thank you all for watching. Make sure you subscribe for more Division 2 content, and please let me know in the comment section below what you guys think about the Faye Lau mission, if this character was wasted, if they did her justice, or overall what you think they might do with her character in the future if they do decide to bring her back.
Listen!